Hello and welcome. I want to start my first video about the purpose of this channel. In this video, I will share my thoughts regarding for what reason I am starting YouTube and which projects I would like to share with you. Foremost, I'm doing it for myself because time is going quickly and this channel will be my workbook in which I can return and say what I did wrong or right. I really believe that this discipline through recording myself, sharing boring experience can possibly inspire me and people. Also, during my lifetime, I figure out I'm recording myself unconsciously, like in summarizing each month and some interesting parts of my life. As for each person, I don't want to be an average guy. Thus, I decided that each sphere of my life, such as body shape, building something big which will change the world for better sides, self-learning, and habits, will be public. My main priority is health. Of course, being healthy means being in shape simultaneously. My main goal of perfect body shape is Artem Dolgin and Kevin Levrone. Probably I started to watch him 3 years ago, and this man inspired me to act in aesthetics, vision of his life, and his lifestyle, from bodybuilder to entrepreneur, from village to the modern towns. I know that the modern bodybuilder is not healthy, but I'm going to do it naturally and can be patient with time because I know it's going to be a long process. Additionally, I sometimes want to try different sport like boxing, jiu-jitsu, grappling, and achieve interesting purposes there. Personal projects. Like many kids, I grew up hearing about how cool it is to own a business. As I grew older and started working, I realized how challenging life can become, with each year seeming harder and harder. After graduating, I have spent 2 years working in different companies to understand what I want from life. However, I'm tired of the typical 5-day work week. I find relief and fulfillment in my personal projects, such as participating in the startup competitions. Additionally, my brief time living in Almaty introduced me to the world of startup founders, who are the kind of people I have been searching for. Being around them, even for a short period, was an exciting and inspiring experience for me. My personal goal is to build the pet project, move to startup, and make it unicorn. Financial goals. In my view, money equals resources. In the long term, it is the best resource for doing what you want. After reading about 5 books on finance and wealth, I set a goal for myself to retire at 30 years old. I understand that traditional retirement might not be feasible, but for me, it represents a chosen path. My goal is to diversify my investments into startups, shares of cash flow business, venture capital, stocks, or ETFs. In my search for a role model, I realized that I cannot replicate Warren Buffett's experience exactly, so I plan to deeply learn from his values, principles, and critical thinking. At 16 years old, I heard a phrase that changed my perspective. Warren Buffett once said, "The more you learn, the more you earn." This statement resonated with me deeply. Look at successful people like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, and Oprah Winfrey. They use their time wisely and are lifelong learners, constantly acquiring new knowledge. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, spends over 5 hours a day reading. Bill Gates reads one book a week. Mark Cuban reads for 3 hours a day, and Oprah Winfrey is passionate about books. What do these individuals have in common? They are successful because they never stop learning. Travel. One of the most exciting ideas I have for living and spending my time now is traveling around the world. As a child, I was inspired by the movie Around the World in 80 Days, and I promised myself that I would embark on a similar adventure, but over a longer period throughout my life. While I'm not actively pursuing this dream just yet, my current focus is on creating a strong active income, avoiding traditional office or part time work. My plan is to eventually live in a different capital cities around the world for several months at a time, immersing myself in diverse culture and experience. Hobby YouTube. Since 2018, I have been journaling about my daily events. I enjoy this practice because over time it becomes both interesting and useful to reread my entries. Additionally, I like to collect personal data and create projects from it. As I mentioned before, I want to make my journals public as they might inspire both me and others. Thanks for watching my first video. I appreciate it. I hope my ambitions regarding these spheres of life can touch from my heart to yours. With best regards.